Here's the top 3 theories as to who the clone assassin CX2 really is from the Bad Batch.
Why have I been activated?
As we fly headfirst into the finale of the Bad Batch, the Empire's shadowy order of assassin troopers have been causing all sorts of trouble for the crew of the Marauder. Comprised of clones based on the template of deceased bounty hunter Jango Fett, these assassins have been deployed by the Empire to silence political figures who sought to undermine their rule, and to eliminate clones with sensitive information on the Empire's undercover destruction of its own cloning facilities on Kamino.
Please, I need your help. Together we can...
This clone assassin, codenamed CX2, is the most recent member of the CX division to appear in the galaxy as part of the Bad Batch Season 3. CX2 is on the hunt for Omega, working with Science Officer Hemlock to capture her alive and return her to Mount Tantus on the planet Wayland, where she'll be subject to further experimentation. Theories as to who could be under the black helmet span the galaxy, so let's dive in with the 3 most likely clone brothers beneath that bucket, starting with Boba Fett. As the first clone of Jango Fett, Boba was originally named Alpha.
A male clone, codenamed Alpha, later referred to as Boba.
While all other clones were subject to accelerated aging in order to grow to adulthood in just 10 years, Boba was left unaltered.
You mentioned growth acceleration.
It's essential. Otherwise, a mature clone would take a lifetime to grow. Now we can do it in half the time.
I know I just said all other clones were subject to accelerated aging, but there was another who was left to age at a natural pace.
There is another.
Boba's clone sister Omega also grows at the standard human rate, and it fits that Boba would be a few years older than Omega, given the span of the cloning program on Kamino was around 12 years.
Stay here.
It makes thematic sense to have Boba, aka Alpha, being the one hunting Omega in Season 3.
My name's Boba. You got a problem with that?
Boba would be a powerful entry to the Bad Batch story, and it seems we've seen many of his old allies throughout the show already. We've seen Cad Bane, Fennec Shand, and even Asajj Ventress appear so far. And it would be a shame to go without seeing their mutual clone companion make an appearance. Plus, in the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 6, Cad Bane tells the Marshal Cobb Vanth,
Boba Fett is a cold-blooded killer who worked for the Empire.
he could be referring to Boba's time in the CX division, but it's far more likely given the timeline that Cad Bane is talking about his deal with Darth Vader to capture the smuggler Han Solo.
Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
Besides, there's one other major reason why it can't be Boba, and it has to do with the time in which the Bad Batch Season 3 takes place. Once Crosshair escaped from Tantus with Omega at the beginning of the season, Crosshair shared what he knew of the lethal CX Trooper program.
A division of clones trained as specialized operatives and initiated into a secret deep cover program run by Hemlock. Their identities are erased. They undergo conditioning. The few that make it through come out different.
These CX troopers are clones who have been reconditioned by the Advanced Science Division of the Empire. During their reconditioning, CX troopers lose all sense of their former selves, having their personalities replaced by a fierce loyalty to the Empire which borders on fanaticism.
So what does that make you? A believer.
But Boba Fett retains all his memories, and grudges like the one against Cad Bane years into the future in 9ABY.
I'm not a little boy any longer, and you are an old man.
I'm still faster than you.
Which means it can't be Boba under the mask of CX2. So what about Tech?
When have we ever followed orders?
Tech makes more sense and would serve as a powerful narrative arc exploring the themes of identity, loyalty, and the essence of what it means to be an individual. The Bad Batch has been bolder than most modern Star Wars entries when tackling complex ideas. And if CX2 turns out to be some version of Tech pieced together from what remains of him following his fall on Sereno, it could raise questions for clones around nature versus nurture and the impact of memories and experiences in shaping one's identity.
We're already free.
It's cute you think that.
Aside from the thematic reasons as to why it would be cool if CX2 turned out to be Tech, we never really did see a body, which in Star Wars is a pretty good sign that you're not done yet.
There's no sign of his body, sir. Then he's not dead.
Just like Tech, CX2 is a tactical mastermind. We've seen them using technology and gadgets a lot more than other CX troopers so far. CX2 is constantly tapping buttons on his sleeve, using his grapple gun and hacking into ship consoles. And given Tech's history with Fee, it adds an extra layer of tragedy that he's already targeted her in a previous episode and felt nothing.
I tracked the pirate and access to a Navi computer. She tried to cover her tracks, but I broke the encryption.
But having said all that, I've put Tech at just number 2 because, come on, someone at Lucasfilm has gotta know that a good death is about all a character can really hope for, and sometimes it's more powerful to stay dead.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
I wanted to invite you to join us here at Star Wars Sublight if you haven't already. This is the one place where overanalyzing the galaxy is our speciality. You'd be amazed at what you miss while traveling at light speed, so why not come out of hyperspace and explore the finer details of that galaxy far, far away with us? Because when you sub to Sublight, you join thousands of other Star Wars fans looking to know just a little bit more about the galaxy. So come on, sub to Sublight today.
We would be honored if you would join us.
And finally, at number 1, a clone who fans have been dying to see the fate of since the Clone Wars series debuted back in 2000.
The time has come.
Cody is one of the few clones with a big question mark over their head from the Clone Wars. He was brought back as part of the Bad Batch Season 2, which began to explore Cody's feelings about the war, about Order 66, and about his new role, or lack thereof, as part of the new Empire. The last we heard of Cody, he had vanished from his post. During Season 2, it was safe to assume he had defected, but later in Season 3, when we get back up to speed with Rex and Echo, it turns out that they had been capturing those who no longer wanted to serve the Empire, and were bringing them to their base of operations on Teth. Seeing that Cody wasn't with these other defectors, it raised questions surrounding his disappearance.
Tell me something, Crosshair. Are we making the galaxy better?
What if Cody was identified by the Empire as a potentially seditious clone looking to make a break from the Imperial ranks, and was sent to the Mount Tantus facility for reconditioning? With his memory wiped and identity gone with it, it makes sense they would turn him loose on fellow clones who feel the same way he might have been feeling when the Empire intervened.
Why not Commander Cody?
It appears he has gone AWOL.
At this point in Season 3, the mystique around CX2 points towards some sort of payoff when the assassin trooper finally reveals themselves to the Bad Batch. Or, you know, it could just be some other random clone like 99.
Going somewhere?
Sub to Sublight to see more Star Wars content. Like this video if it made you think a little bit. Thank you for watching, and remember that the Force will be with you. Always.